start with a cough. There we go. Hello. Hello to the mysterious, magical, supposed person that might be watching this stream right now. Welcome, welcome. We're about to go live. Really regretting not having my Winter's Day video up just yet, but Winter's Day has come to Guild Wars 2. Balance has come to Guild Wars 2. Several things have been going on this week, and we got a pretty interesting stream today where we're going to talk and show off a little bit of what's going on with SPUDs, which hasn't really been a topic for a while, so quite excited. Also, to the super early birds here in chat, I want you to guess something. And I want you to give me your instinct. Like a quick, it's a type of number. But I don't want you to think too hard about it, because if you think hard about it, you might overanalyze it or just be informed. And I don't want you to be informed. I just want you to go with your gut, okay? So, on Monday, and this is so, like, egotistical what I'm doing here, but it's amazing. Narcissistic, actually. Narcissistic is the word. So, on Monday, I was getting bitten by the PvP bug again. If you remember, on Sunday, I missed... Well, I didn't miss. On Sunday, I did a stream. It was just a tiny one. And then I went and did 2 hours with Jebro as he PvP'd. And I started PvPing for the first time since Season 5. So then on Monday, 5 days ago, 6 days ago... no, 5 days. Oh, on Monday, I decided to do a little bit more PvP. We did one death pass, and I played a little bit. And then we swapped servers, and then I swapped back, so everything reset by the end of the stream. But anyway, so I've been bit by the PvP bug. I am on the leaderboard now. As in, I've played enough matches for the game to actually say, okay, there you go, you're allowed a spot. So I can't just cheese, right? Which is what people used to do. So I'm on the leaderboard, and I want you guys to guess during the intro here. Or not, and don't take it too seriously, because you can log in and see, and then that would be cheating. Where might Wooden Potatoes be on the leaderboard? Top 1,000, 500, 200, 100, 50. Is he the best? And this is on NA. So yeah, throw your number out, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. I'm going to go get my coffee. I'm extremely tired, so this will be a bit of a weird stream, but it should be a fun one. So I'll see you guys very soon. Let's do it. That's the wrong overlay. See, I'm tired. All right. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hope we're all doing good. I got my coffee here, which I just spilt all over my hand and burnt quite significantly. Also, it landed on a white cooker and the hobs, and it looked really nasty and horrible, so I just had to quickly clean that. But anyway, I hope you guys are all doing good. Yeah, quick update for those who have only just arrived and missed my little speech a second ago. I've kind of been bitten by the PvP bug a little bit here in my life since the last stream, mostly. Well, I don't know. We've covered the updates and stuff as well. But has been competition judging, and my God, that's really wearing on me. And then taking breaks from competition judging to do queues, and then between queues, competition judging. That's basically it. Until today, where I was just like, oh God, I need to just sort of step away from it. I will point out at this early junction, it doesn't really matter because the people listening right now are probably not the people who most should hear this. But everyone's been so lovely to do with like giving me time to round that out and finish it off. I still feel like I'm a long way away. Let me just be clear. And everyone's been really nice. I kind of feel like 99% of everyone's going to be like, yeah, don't worry, WP, take all the time you want, and everyone's going to be really lovely. And then I'm just going to get some random guy who's going to be furious with me in a couple of days and like, you said it would be done, and I spent all this time on the video, and I'm going to be upset at that, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Anyways, everybody's been really nice, it seems. And so, yeah, we've got an interesting stream today. We are talking a little bit about SPUD and a race course, a custom racetrack, which has been built by not just the games masters, it seems, on this one, but also event helpers, which are sort of people that are supposed to help the games masters, and they've really gone out and done a lot of stuff here. So many thanks to everyone involved, and hopefully we'll be able to see it. It's going to be a big event, which you guys can come and play. I haven't advertised it on Wooden Potatoes 2, but you guys can come play it, and it should be really fun and interesting. So we're going to have two squads, one for participators and one for spectators, and all that will become clear in just a moment. But before I go into all of that, I did just want to round out the PvP chat, so we'll get into that in a second. Let me just say hello to everyone. Lily says it's fine, take your time. Yeah, will you be saying that in another week? Because I think it will take at least another week. What about 2? Ugh, I don't know. They're going to be nice about it until they don't win. Well, that is fine. I can sort of understand that. Hello, Layton13. Dude, your name makes me think of Professor Layton. Love those games. I'm nostalgic. I barely even played enough to justify the nostalgia I feel, but they've got such a beautiful like art style. Truly gorgeous games. We just an overlay as well, so hold on, let me have a look at that. You might find I slur my words together into incomprehensible strings. Yeah, that's because I'm tired. But hopefully it won't be a big a big problem. Althys subbed 5 months in a row. WP, loved your videos with boots these days. It's always good to see you in productions with others. It gives a good feeling about the community of Guild Wars 2 content makers. Keep up the great work as always. If you enjoy that, you might enjoy, as I just mentioned, the stream I did with Jebro. Thanks, man. That's really cool. I'm sure that Boots would like to hear that as well. I don't think he gets the compliments as much. I often hear people like, oh yeah, I really like the format and stuff, and he looks at the comments, obviously, but little places like that, he might miss them more often than not. Anyway, hello, Muzzy Me. Yeah, we're going to be playing some Guild Wars. Should be a pretty fun day. Turtle Moji says, I'm glad you're enjoying PvP again. Dude, it's really weird. You guys know this about me, all right? In fact, I just mentioned this a second ago to someone else I was just in a conversation with. I'm very all or nothing about things, like extremely all or nothing about things, and so naturally I'm into PvP at the moment. And oh, by the way, I was raiding as well and actually got to Doom and had 2 separate days of progression on Doom as well. 2 separate days, and I haven't brought him particularly low. I think about 50% of his health was where we ended on the second day, but that's enough to see mostly all of the fight, really. The bit where you get the chain mechanic or whatever. Anyway, yeah, PvP, I'm really into it, and it's amazing what happens to my brain when it, you know, it just switches. It's just like, it's really gross, actually. I wish I could just sustain this level of passion for this, but also all the other stuff all at once and the other projects as well. But yeah, so, you know, I'm really into it. I want to see the devs update spectator mode and change this and change this. And I got all these ideas, and I feel like, all right, so this leads me into it. I feel like it's kind of interesting looking at the size of the community. Season 9. Season 9. We're really getting along there. So, I asked you guys to guess. I am now on the leaderboard. I've played enough matches to get on the leaderboard. So, I've always described myself as a very much an average PvPer. And by that, what I mean is, if you took any person and gave them 8,000 games worth of experience, which is what I have, almost 9,000 now, actually, humble brag. If you give anyone that, they'll be about as good as I am. That's what I mean when I say I'm average, yeah? Compared to the actual average, I probably know, and this is quite egotistical, I think I know probably a bit more about rotating than other people and positioning than your average player, but only that it's not because I have any particular mental aptitude for it or whatever, right? So I remember when Season 5 was a thing. I did my placements, I landed in mid-gold, and I remember reviewing Season 5 and feeling that I should never have got to Platinum, because Platinum, like, to me that's good people. That's not average people, that's good people. And you have to assume that other people are going to be as experienced as you. That's good people and people with groups and stuff. So I feel the same. I think where I really deserve to be is high gold. Somewhere around there. Mid to high gold. That's where I genuinely think I should be. So yeah, and that in terms of rating, that's around 1,500, I think. Maybe 1,400. Found you, number 115, babe.7056. That is not my account name, no. Alright, let me scroll down. No, it's not EU. This is NA as well, so automatically it's discredited and terrible because there is no NA scene, which is another amazing topic we can maybe get into. But here we go. So yeah, this is about 3 days, 4 days of PvPing. 3 days it took me to get on the leaderboard and be done. Just 3 days. Today, I was trying a bit of Hollowsmith, which I've barely played any of, and I'm a bit terrible at, and I was playing a bit more Scourge as well. But mostly, I want to talk to you about Elmore Relic Binder here, and my Firebrand, but we'll talk about that in a second. So yeah, let's log in. Let's get the money shot. No, we're not going to be playing PvP, don't worry, Broiled Quaggan. No, I'm not doing Winter's Day either. We're doing the guild race. Alright, let me get out of here. Nobody attack me, please. So yeah, so I did my placements. Here's what I did. I did my placements with a friend. I was playing Firebrand, which I'll talk about in a second. He was playing Scourge. So neither of us had really played our respective classes. I'd played a lot of Scourge before. And I think he might have played some Firebrand. But neither of us in a competitive setting or whatever. We literally went in as complete noobs. In terms of Guild Wars in general, we weren't noobs. But I had very little recollection of what the various mantras did and traits did and tomes did. Like, I was basically just spamming skills on a Firebrand. No practice, no hot joins, no unranked, no killing people here in this little area. It was just straight into ranked on an elite specialization that I had no idea how to play. Literally net decked the build off of metabattle.com. Yeah? I grabbed a Firebrand, he grabbed a Scourge. Neither of us knew what we were doing. Now, I could offer him some advice on Scourge, which we did, but we had no idea. We played 10 games for our placements, and we ended in Platinum 1, which I think is quite extraordinary. And I do not think we deserve to be there. So immediately there was a bit of an alarm bell there for me. Platinum 1? Really? Because I don't think it's... And we were... Again, they're extremely overpowered builds. Incredibly synergistic. Very, very capable. And it's cheesy. And it's probably boiling people's blood to hear that I did that and it was so successful. But there you go. That's the EU mentality, by the way, for what it's worth. Play the meta. Do everything you can to get ahead, right? And so, you know, but we didn't even know how to play these things, really. And by 10 games done, that's where we were. We were at goddamn plat. Sorry, we were at the bottom of Platinum. Then we duo queued for that first night. And I don't remember how long it was, maybe 4 hours or something we duo queued. And we kept climbing and climbing and climbing until we got to Platinum 2. And at Plat 2, if you guys don't know this, when you're at Plat 2, this is such a high bar to be, in theory, if there was a huge population, this is such a high bar to be at, the game says, all right, you're not allowed to play with friends anymore. It's now solo queue. And so you kind of get a weird situation where you have to solo queue, but you might go up against other people's duos because they might be lower and match made up to you. But you're sort of in this weird situation. I could no longer play with my friend, and from that moment, I've been solo queue. Solo queue all the time. And what I've done is play Firebrand. And if I notice that there's already a Firebrand, and there's a lot of Guardians, there's a lot of DHs, there's a lot of Core Guards even, and there's a lot of offensive Firebrands that run like Sword and shit. If there's, if I see a support Firebrand, specifically a support staff-wielding, mace shield-wielding support Firebrand, I swap off and play Scourge. But it was just Firebrand, always playing the support, and started getting really fucking good at it. I'm just going to go out there. I really started to understand it, and it was actually a hell of a lot of fun. I love playing support in this game. I really do. No matter what the format is, it's a lot of fun. And so I kept solo queuing, and I kept climbing and climbing. And so by the time I got my 90th game, I was about here. I was actually a little bit higher than this. I was like 1,724 or something, which is pretty good. Not too far, honestly, from Legendary. And then once I was done with that, I was like, all right, I'll leave it there. I won't push my luck any further. I'll just leave it. And then I started playing unranked on Holosmith just to learn it, which is what I'm on right now. And I accidentally rank queued on a Holosmith, and I had no idea how to play Holo. I had no idea. So I went into this like high-rated game and bombed. This was just a few hours ago. And totally bombed, and we lost. And when you get to this level, guys, it will take like 20 points off of you. A win will give you like 8. But a loss will take 20 away. So you have to have, on average, like 3 wins to every 1 loss to keep climbing at this point. So you really have to very consistently be winning. If you want to climb all the way up to Legend, you need like 3 wins to every 1 loss to get through that. So I took the 1 loss, and it's like painful as shit. And I'm really sad. I'm still just 1 point up into Platinum 3, though, which is higher than I've ever been. And it was just from cheesing my way through on Firebrand. And so leaderboard-wise, I was top 20 before I had that stupid loss. I was top 20. I'm now on... Oh, I was on page 3. I'm not even page 3 anymore. So now I'm here. I'm 36th best in all of North America, guys. Totally. Right? Look at the proness that Wooden Potatoes is right here. Undisputable. As I've titled this stream, the verified PvP pro. Top 36. Only 35 potential people could be in this Twitch chat right now and claim to be better than my pronus right here. So yeah, I kind of wanted to... this isn't so much bragging, though. I think this is a bit weird that I'm this high. And I guess what it is I wonder... And I hate talking about this stuff. As I mentioned on the previous stream, talking about this stuff brings life into it in a weird way. I feel like there's probably just not that many people playing. I feel like there's so few people playing. Probably like bronze doesn't actually exist anymore, and probably like silver doesn't exist anymore, which is why my placements landed me a full division higher, and I've just comfortably kept going. Like, most of the games I've been queuing, well, not most of them, a lot of these guys blatantly hit number 1 or whatever, top 10, and then they get scared and they get cold feet. Like, this guy who's ranked 1 has only played the bare minimum number of games required. Number 2 has played a ton of games and sustained himself there, so good on him, basically. But, yeah, like, I recognize some of these players, and they queue in. But, you know, it's not like... It doesn't feel anything like Season 5 felt. Season 5, I could really feel, wow, I'm out of my league at this point. These people are strong. They're mechanically good, right? So, I don't know. I do like the solo queue aspect, though, of Season 9 or Season 6 plus or whatever it was. I do like the solo queue aspect, and I have enjoyed that. So, yeah, I've won 58 of my games, and I've lost 33. So, that's about what my win-loss is right now. And yeah, I get a shit ton of gold as well, by the way. Look at that. I'm at 450 gold now. Guys, you get a lot of farm these days. And that's not even opening most of my chests. Look at all these boxes I've just, like, left. 450 gold. Now, that's a few unranked queues as well, but Jesus Christ. I don't know what I was on the Monday stream, but I think I didn't even have, like, 100. Donate, says Smitsky. Donate to you, is that? You just made me look at my overlays there because I'm a greedy bastard. And I've just noticed that Mark, $12.95, 20 months in a row. You're a god, dude. My visit of your stream every half year, check. Oh, well, thank you, dude, for keeping it up after all those. It's good to see you once every 6 months. Benji says, is this mainly because you joined Jebro's stream? Yeah, if I didn't do Jebro's stream, I wouldn't have been bitten by the PvP bug. I absolutely wouldn't have. I mean, Firebrand is gross. It's like a Super Saiyan version of a support that is, like, insane. It's only remotely held in check by Scourge, which is its own level of insanity. And the two of them together, like, if either gets nerfed, they both have to be nerfed in tandem. So that's pretty gross about the meta right now, but I actually really kind of like the feel of the game at the moment. The classes that I'm seeing, at least for, I mean, I think I can definitively talk about what Season 9's been like. Certainly. I mean, if I'm in the top 30 at this point, well into the season. The builds, you know, it's nice. Like, I've seen Scrappers, Hollows. I was watching a stream of someone playing Core NG the other day as well. Che. And I was chatting in the middle of the night a little bit on there. I don't know. You see a lot of different... it just feels like there's some variety. It really does. At least for this format. I don't know what the tourneys are like. I've still not played any of those. But certainly it's been interesting. And the 3 classes that I've got set up at the moment, I'm a little bit better at Hollow now. I'm still not great. I need to sort of sleep on what I've learned because I've only really been playing it the last few hours. The variety, though, that I've been playing, basically I've got an insane support that is quite fun to play and obviously extremely powerful. There was actually a follow-up balance patch, right? Which nerfed a ton of Firebrand skills. Every single one of them is a PvP meta ability. All of them were nerfed to bring Firebrand in line. All of them. And they could afford to nerf them because the Condi side, the Scourge stuff, got nerfed as well, obviously, with the ramp changes this week. So all of that kind of, you know, they have to contribute both together. But so the Firebrand's really nice support, and then there's like... Hollow is like just a insanely bursty melee and AoE cleave as well. Very glassy melee flat damage build. Perfect contrast to a ranged Condi build. Corrupting Condi build on the Scourge. So I've got 2 different DPS carries. I can, between those 3, that holy trinity right there, and that really is the holy trinity in terms of range, in terms of support, in terms of damage class. Having each of those 3 set up on my account allows me to be pretty agile when climbing here. And I haven't even used Hollow Smith while climbing so far. It's just flipping in between those. So anyway, that's been my experience. Sniping people with this is a lot of fun, by the way. And yeah, I thought I'd just fill you guys in. It's been fun. It has been fun. But now, of course, the downside is if I do want a PvP stream, and I know there's a bunch of people saying, I don't like it. If I do want a PvP stream, I'll have to do it on a different account now because I'm not doing one death pass. Now that it's... because there's some titles and things I kind of want. And I might even go for the full legendary. It's just 1/3 of a division. But, I mean, that represents a hell of a climb. There are only, on North America... 6 people that actually are legendary right now. There's only 6 people that have managed to push this green bar to the top. Only 6. On EU, I'm sure there's a ton more, and it's actually competitive. So what I'm thinking of doing is setting up an alt account that has... sorry, you guys want to hear the game, don't you? Setting up an alt account that actually has EU and POF, and we do the stream stuff over there, maybe. Maybe NA too easy. You could try to ascend on EU. Yeah, I don't know. Like, let me just be 100% clear. I don't think I deserve to be this high. I really don't. Maybe I do because I am running the cheesiest, grossest stuff. So from, like, one perspective. But, yeah, I don't know. But where's Spellbreaker? Spellbreaker I kind of want to play just because I don't really know how to fight it very well at the moment. I don't know whether Hollow Smith has a good matchup against Spellbreaker. But I don't really know how to fight it. The other quite strong build is Mirage that I'm not quite sure how people are running it or how it works at the moment. There's lots of druids as well. Pew Pew Longbow druids. They eat Scourges up. And I've seen some people playing very good Farpoint druids and things at the moment. There's no soul beasts around, really. There's no weavers around, really. But yeah, most of it's pretty self-explanatory. Spellbreaker, though, I just don't understand well enough. Like, it feels like they have very high stab uptime, and their full counters I always get baited into, and they're always invulnerable or resisting and stuff, and I just don't... I mean, I can fight them on Scourge pretty easily, obviously. But Hollow v Spellbreaker, I really do struggle. I struggle with basically all my 1v1s on this, but again, I've only been playing it a few hours, so whatever. But yeah, that's the story, guys, basically. I wish I could show you some actually fun footage, maybe, of the kind of nukes you can get on Hollow. Because Hollow, if you guys haven't watched some really good Hollow gameplay, by really good, I just mean dumping all your stuff on sort of newbies in casual environments. You really should, because it is so strong. Like, it's so gross how much damage this thing puts out. And it's just gorgeous. It really is. The Minesweeper trait is just about the best thing since sliced bread. You'll notice I'm running Elixir R. And I actually really value popping it, which I never used to. Never used to. But these days I do. Just because of Minesweeper. It's very, very, very fun. There's a couple of variants as well. Apparently there's like a Rocket Boots version and stuff. I don't know. What about World vs. World? World vs. World I got a little bit into a few months ago. When I was going for my skirmisher tickets before they buffed them and whatever. But I don't know, man. I mean, I was playing a very cheesy thing there as well. Condi Chrono was extremely dominant in 1v1s and roams back then. Extremely dominant. And I could win pretty much anyone that was coming at me in the matchups that I was at. That's not to say I could beat anyone and everyone, but the way that World vs. World is set up, there's no like fair matchmaking or anything. So odds are on, if you're running something cheesy competently, you're going to win a huge majority of what's going on, right? If that makes sense. I don't know, World vs. World is just, there's so much downtime in it for the kind of gameplay. I don't find zerging very fun. I don't have like those avenues to have the really good World vs. World stuff going on at the moment. If you're going to see me in World vs. World, what I'd like it to be is like SPUD becomes... SPUD would pick up World vs. World in a big way, and then I'd sort of go with it. But I'm not going to find like another guild outside of SPUD to join, and then it just all feels a bit weird to me. And raiding as well has been a huge time investment in terms of actual gameplay, where I've not been competition judging and doing other stuff. Like Balance with Boots was between the last two streams, I think, and so on, and the Boots Bad build that we recorded together. What day was that? And then what did I do? Anyway, the distribution of all these hours is kind of nuts. So yeah. What else are people saying? Should I grab an EU account? I buy so many gems. I'm afraid I'm going to buy all the gem store stuff again, question mark. Well, only you can answer that, Lily. I don't know the answer to that. You can get the Obsidian weapon skins from both PvP and World vs. World, but the prices? You know, I tell you what, I haven't even looked at the Obsidian skins. Where might I find those? But I'll show you my Firebrand's inventory, because I've not really touched anything. Honestly, so much Firebrand I've been playing. And I've really learned a lot about it. I mean, it's fun because it's OP. And it's OP even with some of the nerfs. Do you think they should bring back the limited edition Toymaker's bag, the one that you could only get through PvP or World vs. World? Drac is kind of a letdown. Sure, I think that more skins returning at various avenues. Well, I don't know, actually. I also like the prestige of these old hidden things. But yeah, this Firebrand, right? Like, all these Grandmaster marks, and I got all these boxes. I got some reward tracks were finished earlier. I got rank 80 another 3 times while doing it, I guess. I probably opened some more of these too while I was on my way. You just get a ton of stuff. Like, truly a ton of stuff. I got like loads of Kraukatite as well from the Istan reward track. It's just nice. Do I have the Doom Throne? I've actually never beaten Doom, so no, I don't have any Doom drop. Alright. So anyway, with all of that said, I now need to swap to EU for this guild event. And I'm just going to be clear here. If I swap, I don't think I lose my position on the leaderboard. But if I swap and then I play PvP, I will. So what I'm really scared of right now is swapping to EU for the purposes of the SPUD event we've got going on, leaving, and then queuing randomly in, like tomorrow when I get some free time or something. And I queue in, and little did I know, whoops, I didn't transfer. So that would be awful. To lose my top 30 spot on the leaderboard for a SPUD race on the EU hall will kind of make me cry. No, Royal, don't scare me like that. That's not true, right? It's not I think you do. It's you just can't queue. You heard that the devs changed the rating as well. It's a bit easier to climb with Season 5. Oh, is it really? Use your alt account, WP. Don't even know if I have my alt account details still. I should. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to use my alt account. I'm not actually going to risk it. I'm pretty sure you have to PvP, though. But yeah, all right. So yeah, there you go. That's just my little spiel on PvP. And thank you very much to the people who hate PvP. Isn't that a real shame that I kind of have to put these disclaimers out? Sorry to everyone who hates what I'm talking about. Please keep watching. All right. Let's log in. Thanks to the people who did stick it out, though. Don't worry, you don't have to listen to PvP talk anymore. I will say it's fun, though. I will say it's fun. And if actually, one thing I've thought of as well is it's really got me kind of itching for the whole new player guide project, which I wanted to do in 2017. But now, if it becomes a thing at all, it'll be a 2017 thing. And the reason for that is... I don't know. There's just like a lot to talk about with PvP. And I think it could go a long way to show people, like to look at the timeline and see whether they got top damage and, you know, see the little things that people should pay attention to on the UI that just makes the game feel a lot more fun. But you might not notice, really. Okay. This is always a scary moment of the stream because I have my password database up while streaming. And at the click of a wrong button... Oh, God. Wouldn't be good. So let's try this account, I guess. I hope that I've got my mobile because I'm pretty sure it's going to two-factor authenticate me. Yep, it is. Oh, I think I left it upstairs. All right, guys, give me 1 second, genuinely. I'm not even going to mute. I just need to quickly go grab my phone. 1 second. Alright, no, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. It emails you, doesn't it? Doesn't Guild Wars 2FA? No, it does not on the phone. Oh, I guess that I'm probably revealing a little bit here, but I guess one of my accounts is email authentication. The other one is mobile. So that's what's confusing me. Now I have to find the email account and log in on that. God, I really don't like this. Really don't like this. It's on the phone. Alright, let me log in here. And then let me pick you. Sign in. We'll get it in the end, guys. Heavy breathing on the mic. Long stairs up. No, I think it's just that I ran up a bit quick. And I'm a fat bastard these days that doesn't do enough physical activity. That a sudden sprint up the stairs leaves me wheezing like an old man on the couch. Alright, my code was this. Remember this network. Not that it matters. It never remembers it for long enough. Remind me later. Okay, good. There we go. We're done. It also probably sounds a hell of a lot worse just because of how close I get to the microphone. For that ASMR goodness. How much accounts do you have? Whew. The price we pay. Okay, so... Jesus Christ. I actually do not remember when I last... It's Goat Dropper. Right, we're on this account. Pole Dropper, Goat Dropper, McPoop Butt, Alpha Survivor, and Play Scourge Now, please. Play Scourge Now, please? When exactly? Oh, no, but I don't have mounts on this account. Oh, and it's a mount race, isn't it? Oh my god. Why? Why is everything always on goddamn EU? Why do I always have to swap to EU? Why does nothing happen on NA? This sucks. This actually sucks. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go back, aren't I? McPoop Butt is the real hero. Yeah, you would think that Twitch chat, because Twitch chat has the average... Actually, do you know what? I'm not gonna be mean to Twitch chat. I'm just going to log in on the other account. We will swap. I think all of this was overly conservative anyway. I don't think we needed to swap. I think I just don't PvP. Boo, NA. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, let me copy that. Sorry that this is really shit, guys. I can't really do much more than go at the speed the technology dictates. I'm NA and I woke up hours ago. Well, I should hope so. If you live on the East Coast, it's like noon already. Alright. I'm now logged in on my main account and I'm swapping to Europe. I'm going to the Ruins of Sirmia server. In your defense, I'm NA and I've never PvP'd, says Dead Zealot. Why have you never PvP'd? Well, PvP is not even what we're talking about anymore. But how comes you've never done that? WP Brexited earlier than the others? Oh man, that tastes really good. Well, maybe if you don't deserve the leaderboard placement, you can do it again in no time, Winky Face. You said don't you mean do? If I don't deserve it, I'll never get it back. I mean, really, the person to hate... Well, not the person. The thing to hate here is the EU versus NA split. I mean, honestly. How long do we have to deal with this, right? I guess forever, actually, at this point in the game's life. It just feels so arbitrary now. With back when Guild Wars came out, it didn't feel so arbitrary. Now, though, with the direction that they pushed it and pushed it and pushed it, it just feels really odd. Alright, okay, so... We got a cool badass event here. Let's go in game. Now, you guys can play this with us, all right? The subgroup that I'm currently in... Let's view the squad message. Always join the new map when the pop-up comes up unless a race is already happening. Okay, good. So the race, Red Lanterns will show... I've never seen this course, by the way, so I'm quite excited to see this. Red Lanterns will show us the path. Hidden shortcuts do exist. Waypointing is not allowed. We have to remount as soon as possible if we get dismounted. How can we get dismounted? Interesting. And only skimmers. Oh, man, this is actually going to be really cool. All right, so I'm down here in this subgroup. So, again, many thanks to Mina here, to Broken, and Ferrenir. I believe all the hardest graft is owed to them down there. Dismounting is a bug that happens. Ah, interesting. Alright, so let's go to the Lost Precipice. You wish there were more people on NA. It's sad to see so few people come to missions. Yeah, I mean, just NA across the board. I don't know what it is about North. I don't know. Because I like to think that, you know, if you're a video game fan in the Western world, you're probably quite similar to a lot of other video game fans. But it seems like there is a really big difference between Guild Wars 2's player base retention in North America versus Europe. Like, EU raiding scene, the PvP scene, the World versus World scene, these things are all so much more heavily populated. Guilds, the missions, people that do them, all that shit. It's just everywhere. And that's not, again, that's not like some weird bias because I live in that region. I play NA, right? If anything, this annoys me. It's just really weird how just everyone drops off on North America. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know what it is about the North American sort of mindset that means they're all gone. Have I watched episode 8 yet? Episode 8 of what? Yeah, Benji says, I'm in the UK, but I play on NA because of my old guild mainly. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's basically the situation I was in. And then it's just a constant daisy chain, right? Where, yes, you're losing friends, but you're also gaining new ones. So there's never a moment you can go back. There's never a moment you can just draw a line in the sand and say, okay, I'll start again. Because you've always got, like, as soon as someone's drifted away from you, like 2 or 3 new people have drifted into you. And so now, oh, I can't leave them, and then, oh, yeah. Unless you're like a really antisocial bastard, and you've got no friends, and in that situation, you should feel bad. What I love about me saying that is I know several people in chat will have just, like, had their heart ache a little. Oh, I don't have any friends. If you don't have any friends, I've got a guild for you. It's called SPUD. I'd love to work with people I'd love to play with people I work with that recently got the game too. Oh, that does suck. Do I still play BDO? No, I spent maybe like... Actually, I don't even know. Somewhere in the realm of 20 to 50 hours in that game. Not that much. WP's a meanie. I'm sorry. Yeah, the wrecked indeed. Alright, so let's go to the starting line. This is going to be awesome. So, we can only have a skimmer. Oh, is this... Oh, is this a part of the course? Red lanterns lead the way. Oh, man. See, the thing is, I feel like those... Oh, we're getting like a bit of a cheat here. I feel like those checkpoints that you find on the actual maps could totally be decorations. So, I think there's something going on with the gravity here as well, I believe. So, they say, WP, get down here. Rest can follow now. Oh, wait here. WP, you can get to the people with the markers. So, what, I'm coming down here, am I? Spectators, please use Nova Transform. Oh, alright. So the spectators are going to use this panel. We showed this off on one of the streams recently. They're going to use this panel to fly around and keep track with the race. Okay. Is this the starting line then? Oh, is the block going to be deleted for the beginning? This is kind of cool. It's so slippery on the water here. My goodness. Oh, Episode 8 is in Star Wars. No, I haven't seen Star Wars Episode 8. I've read a spoiler thread about it. I saw several spoilers on some prominent large subreddits too. And I saw people freaking out, utterly freaking out. I'm sure even people listening to me right now are suddenly becoming rapidly aware they're on a live stream. Gonna want to look away just in case. You guys know me. I understand Star Wars. I've seen all the Star Wars movies. I'll see the next one, but I think they're mediocre. That's about all I got to say. So, no, I'm not that interested in seeing Episode 8 the second it comes out. Well, I think they're mediocre in as much as a franchise with that much money behind it can still be mediocre. I mean, you're going to get something good. Oh, they're off. They're already off? What, really? Oh, so what? It's just, we're the only racers. Oh, I'm so slow. I feel this is like in Mario Kart where you didn't press X at the perfect time to get the early boost. It's okay. We'll get some sweet drifts going. This is cool. Look at these. Look at the teeth that they've got there. Did you guys see that stuff? Oh, man. Oh, look, they're blocking off these areas with gold walls. Oh, it makes me so happy to see people using the gold. Look at this. This makes me so happy to see people making good use of these walls. This was a lot of money to scribe. Apparently, with the new Winter State decorations, or the new way that snowflakes are being handled, it's suddenly a lot pricier to get the snow cubes and things. Like, for every, like, 200 gold you spent before, it's now worth, like, 2,000 or something crazy. Which means that the Spud haul value has gone, like, well up. Oh, look, they're using trees to, like, block our vision as well. There should be a rule that we have to have our camera zoomed in max, because, look, it adds extra stuff. Oh, God. Oh, we're in, like, a spooky area. Look, I'm actually catching up and stuff, guys. This is great. Oh, the little mushroom section. Oh, this is really good. Going straight over. We just took the lead. Totally not cheating. That was not cheating. I don't want to hear it. Go. Okay, the lanterns lead the way. So that was a bit weird using lanterns to block the way. But okay. Take a right. Because they lead this way. Oh, but it looked like there was a bonus area there. What was the ramp? I should have gone up the ramp. The ramp could have been a shortcut. I bet it was. Look, I bet it took you over that if you did that. This is awesome. I wonder how close to global cap they are. I feel myself wanting to go for the waypoint there, but then I realise, wait, no, we're not just doing map exploration. Oh, I need to stay on the water as well, because the water equals more speed. Yeah, I see you, jammy bastard. I see you. Oh, there's a left and a right. Maybe we should have gone the other direction. Oh no, it's not that way. Why would I ever think it was that way? Why would I ever do that? Oh my god, look, that is another route. You can see them behind us. Oh, I love the rocks down here as well. This actually feels kind of like shoaly. We're in the super adventure section. Have the big toad, of course. Oh, here you go. This is one of the new decorations. Oh, there's actually several. Oh, they're such good ramps. No, why? God. Oh, my God. I'm amazed how much, like, exchanging of places there is as well. Wow. I think I came last in the end. No, third. No, last. That was a spectator. That was pretty hot sauce. And, you know, now that we've got 2 branches, oh, we could even do, like, alternate courses. That's really nice. No in-game music? Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't have any in-game music on. I turned it off because PvP in-game music is hideous. That's really good, though. Careful, because you can fall inside the presents. Really, can we? Ella Coro says, this is amazing. Well done to the racetrack crafters. Again, guys, there are prizes to win and things, I think. There are prizes to win. So if you want to come. Just nip in game and throw a whisper. Join our Discord, actually. And there should be details around there in the what's happening section. I believe they hopefully would have set that up. And yeah, the more the merrier. This is the kind of thing we like to do with Spud. I probably should have brought Boots along to maybe do a actual. Well, I don't know. Maybe there's not enough for a full video here, but this is cool. And yeah, this might even count as an event for your rank. I would assume it would, which means you won't get kicked in the next purge. Yeah, you got my zap. Now just need 500 more gold to finish my bolt. Wow, you only need 500 extra gold after the pre. Oh, actually, I suppose. I guess if you left the pre as one of the last things, then that makes a lot of sense. By the way, everyone, those present decorations are super cheap. Yeah, I haven't actually looked. So how do we acquire those? Are they up at the vendor? Let's go have a look, shall we? Because I haven't assessed this yet for my upcoming Winter's Day video. Let's see. Decoration trader.
You can never have too many allies.
What does the grave say? Please buy the snow piles from this guy. There are 100 snowflakes each. It will let us make some of the awesome new decorations. Alright. So these are new snowflakes. You see these masterwork ones. Okay. Basically, all the old snowflakes convert into these, I believe. There's a snow mound now. That's new. Only available during Winter's Day. Purchase to deposit this decoration into guild storage. Snow mound. Huh. We have 0. So we've never bought one. There's something about the music in this map. This goddamn map. It's so nostalgic. Have I made the eggnog helmet? No, I've not here. Who wants to guess how much Winter's Day I've done? Let's have a look, shall we, guys? So we're going to scroll down to festivals. And so here you'll see there's Winter's Presents. Let's have a look at this. Okay, well, we've got that. That's fine. That's from last year. So I've got that. Actually, 2 years ago, but it was last year I got it. So what about the Wondrous Workshop of Toymaker Tix? Okay, we've got a lot of these, but again, last year, except donations, because that's infinite. Or I think it's infinite, maybe. Anyway, what about Winter's Day Traditions? So this is literally this festival and doing dailies and stuff. I'm actually surprised I have anything. Apparently, I did do something. Completed Winter's Day Cheer 5 times over the course of the festival. Oh, no, that must have been from last year as well. Yeah, like, I've done nothing. I haven't done the new race. I haven't done the new... There was a thing for karma, wasn't there? So, yeah, there's lots of stuff going on. Look, Doom is the more important one, okay? So... What's it called? Gift? Maybe? Green Winter's Day gift, blue Winter's Day gift, and a white Winter's Day gift. Alright, well that's clearly not right, is it? You had some snow mounds on the course. It's mostly a flat mound of snow on the ground, and it's a decent size too. Yeah, I guess I foolishly didn't consider that if it was placed down, then it just wouldn't be in storage, would it? Do I have tools on this guy? Yeah, I do. Alright, that's fine. While I'm here, I'll go to the tavern. What I was actually going to do is... just get gathering, but I've just realized I can get the reward track bonus as well since I'm doing so much firebrand anyway. So I'll get the gathering one and then I'll do that next as well. There's a new dog machine decoration. A new dog machine! What does it do? Does it float in the air, hanging ominously overhead, spraying dogs down on people? Yeah, okay, so of course you meant fog. So what, is it really big? Man, I gotta look at this. Switch instances. Yeah, I will once I've gathered these. They don't have to wait on me to start the next race, I don't think. It's kind of small and pathetic, WP. Oh, if that was only the first time I'd heard that in my life. You kind of want a dog machine now. I saw an amazing GIF of... I found... so listen, a recurring thing that happens on these streams quite often. Subreddits that I found that I very much enjoy. So, the Wooden Potatoes subreddit recommendation. Damn it, the game auto-swapped me. The Wooden Potatoes subreddit recommendation for the weekend of December... What is... the 16th, I guess it counts from today, is A T B A E. I think that's it. It's awful taste, but great execution. Okay? So it's like A-T-J-B. Check it out. It's great. It's like how I would describe myself. Okay? Like when it comes to Fashion Wars 2. I have like a horrible idea, but I'll do it well. It's just that what I'm trying to do is terrible. Yeah? Like with the big green frog, right? If I turn this outfit off, okay? Awful taste, but great execution. Yeah? And so it's just like examples of that in life. There you go, the subreddit recommendation. There you go, Diakana found it. I'm on it now, this is odd. There you go, see, look. Look, I'm trustable. So, yeah, this time we'll spectate. So I'm going to enable my Nova transformation. And we'll just float overhead. I love this. I love what they do with the camera and everything here. It's really good. Did you check out the Devs Guild chat now that the new raid and Doom's design? Actually, I missed that one, but I was in chat and people said it was really good. So I need to take the time to watch it. You think the frog is too fundamentally awful to be good in any way? Look at the subreddit, honestly. There's a lot of fundamentally awful stuff on there. Like, as an example, there's... grimacing here as I rack my brain. Look, there's just a lot of really ugly stuff there, but it's, like, cool. There's, like, a car. I think the top from all time, okay, is a pure white, pristine, clean, polished, shining, white car. You know, a vehicle, 4 wheels, has an exhaust pipe, drives around, right, in an engine. I don't know why I pointed out an exhaust pipe. It's a car, right, a white car, and it looks very clean. But it has, as a, like, decal on it, right, as, like, a, you know, paint on the vehicle. But they're, like, stickers, I think. Blood splats? And so it's just like blood that's just gory, gross, dark-looking red blood that's like smeared, it's paint, but smeared up the side of the car as though like you've hit some poor animal and it's exploded under the wheel as you traveled at 90 miles an hour. And now it's just sprayed all up the side of the vehicle. So it's like awful, it's gross, it's horrible. And there's a picture of these guys that were driving this goddamn thing, this monstrosity, got pulled over by the police because it looked like they'd hit someone or something. So obviously they're going to get pulled over. So it's a picture of them being in the middle of being arrested or whatever, or detained. And you know, awful taste, but great execution. There you go. You like the giant frog. You don't have enough skins to make anything like that? The giant frog took me about 3 minutes to make. It's actually a kind of a terrible example of me as Fashion Wars 2 because it was one of the most whimsical, flippant thing that I've ever done. Okay, so we're having a bit of a problem with the race because we were going to try and do a thing with subgroups here. So, like, these guys were going to race, and then these guys were going to race, and these guys and these guys. But as it turns out, people can't see icons or something. We're not a raid squad. So I think you see different icons based on subgroup, and I think that's to benefit people in World vs. World. But that's kind of screwed us. So now they're reshuffling, I think, is what's going on. Sorry about all this yawning, by the way, guys. Yeah, I actually really like tomato soup themed Converse on the front. There you go. Alright, so on Guild Chat, they talked about the new sittable chair drop from the raids and how the sitting on a chair tech could be used futurely on other stuff. Yeah, I really need to check out these streams. Mithran Arcane says they reintroduced the town clothes and we no longer need any more skins. I'm detecting some sarcasm, I think. Can you clarify for us? Oh my god, guys, heart on the mist chat. That's another thing about PvP, by the way. It's still extremely toxic. Like the amount of ego and like just fear that there is. There was a moment particularly where I was quite struck. We loaded in. It was a ranked game. We were trying to be serious. We had double thief, right? And you know, the fear, the nightmare is that neither of them are going to swap or they're going to play badly and so. So we have double thief. I'm a little bit scared. 1 minute till the gate opens, and lo and behold, one of the thieves goes to character select and comes in on a scourge, which we didn't have yet. It's a perfect swap, lovely slot, and I thought, good fucking on you. Well done. People are actually swapping. And I said, thanks so much. I often find that when it's double thief, neither of them want to swap. So thanks very much, right? That was it. That was the whole thing. And so I basically said, yeah, so we'll be much better with you on Scourge. And the guy's response, I was talking about ego and people just being constantly like, I don't know, angry or flinchy at one another. It's probably the same on EU, by the way. This isn't a criticism of NA. But so I said that, and the guy went, I have like 70% win rate on my thief. I was like, yeah, that's not the point. I'm not being mean. I don't know how good you are at thief. I've got no idea. I'm not insulting you. Relax. But that's how they take it. It's an insult, apparently. I know what some of you guys are thinking right now. Oh, maybe WP phrased it in a weird way. But it was just like, I was literally just saying thanks for swapping. It was a good move, you swapping. And they were like, oh, what? No, I'm really good at thief. What are you talking about? It's very weird. Put town clothes on, you won Fashion Wars. Do you really think that those are just the best skins in all of Fashion Wars 2? WP, which is the best class to play with 800 to 200 MS? Good question, but I need more refinement. Where? What game type are you doing? Are you running around in the open world? Are you in world versus world? Are you trying to raid? What are you trying to do, bud? Because 180 to 200 MS for open world, I think you're fine. Oh, I have really good ping right now because I'm on EU. But that's about what my ping is all the time. And I raid, I try to competitively play PvP. Competitive enough to, in the middle of the season, get top 30. Well, top 20 for it until I made a stupid error. So, I don't know. And that's around 180 ping the whole time. 180, 200. I actually was PvPing ranked when it spiked to 400. And around there, I couldn't play DP Thief anymore because it's just ridiculous. You hope for new chat commands and animations again? I do too. I'd like those. That's one of those little features that I feel like a lot of people wouldn't care much about. And usually I sneer at people for caring much about. But this time I'm on your side. I think that would be really good. You finally get to watch the streams this weekend because you're sick in bed. Oh, 100% Magic Fine. That sucks. It's good to see though. We're just kind of standing here waiting for the race to trigger. So people are freaking out. I mean, this is going to be a pretty chill stream, I guess, where we'll just sort of watch some races. This stream will be what you guys make it in terms of discussion stuff. So you wanna talk about some things? Let's talk about some things. Which is the best Fashion Wars for PvP? Is it your pure white skin, which makes the opposite hurt their eyes? Well, there's an option in the game called standard enemy models. This here. And anyone who's trying to be good will enable this. And what it means is your Fashion Wars 2 gets deleted and you will just appear as a generic model to your opponents. So in the early days before that existed, there used to be all kinds of cheesy fun things where you'd run like very glassy like Asuran warriors that hid around the heels of giant bunker char guardians, and you'd do little things like that, which I kind of liked, but it's probably good that that's a thing of the past now. It's Lily! Where's Ewendell? Lily! Oh, I feel bad, actually. For, you give me a donation. Immediately I have to call about someone else. Streamly donation time. Question of the day. Thank you very much. That's really lovely of you. Question of the day. Anything super cool you think you might get for Christmas? Yeah, I've got some ideas. But, I don't know. It's a bit personal, so... But yeah, and I hope you guys have got some ideas as well. I feel like, you know, having at least one gift that you think would be pretty cool for Christmas is a, is sort of a bit of magic, I guess, left over. The day that there's absolutely nothing you want is probably the day you're an adult. And at that day you can cringe and a part of you has died. Try hard WP with generic character models. Oh, you're calling me a tryhard. It's a weird, weird thing to call people. I don't know why that's an insult, honestly. It's like, usually if someone gets called a tryhard, like in a salty way, it's because they've just lost to them, right? Huh, you're a tryhard. You beat me because you tried harder than me. You're pathetic. Since when was trying at anything the pathetic thing to do? Surely being a miserable whatever, you know, that half-asses stuff. And we're glorifying the half-asses, are we? I will try, I think, anyway. In the past, I've been a bit annoyed by it, but there's no shame in being a tryhard. So, I've always been an adult since I never know something I want. Gross. Gross, Mitski. Ooh, an adult is watching this stream? What am I going to hear next? That parents are watching this stream? That people are watching this stream with their kid in their lap or whatever? Gross. Reveal yourselves so I can ban you. Everyone here needs to be 13 and 14, like me. That's actually a really creepy joke to make, considering I'm actually like doing... There's like some really creepy, scary catfish. I'm pretty sure that's a bannable offense. I'm basically territory I'm going into with the jokes there. I can't help if I'm boring. It's alright, man. We all think we're boring to ourselves. Burn us or ban us? Well, I have no way of burning you. Oh, get off my lawn. Yeah, that's probably more realistic. Oh, they're going. Crap. I missed it. They're off. Alright, I'm going to try and... Oh my god, how do we see what's going on here? I'm a mum who watched while folding laundry, and my kids watch me sometimes. Man, yeah, watching streams while you fold laundry, that is the good stuff, isn't it? Oh, are they down here? Or are they just more... Yeah, here we go. And here's the race. The arrow is in the lead with Square hot bit on his tail. Circle has got a little bit of catching up to do, but maybe if he stays on the water and his friends hit... Oh, the trees have obscured their vision. So that was Circle's opportunity to get in the lead, and he unfortunately didn't take it. Arrow is still well out there with Square. The gap actually seems to be growing. We can't go very fast. Oh, can I use this? Okay, we got a bit of a janky camera here. Oh my god. Dead ends. Is this a dead end? Is there a dead end in the race? Is he going the wrong way? I don't know what's going on here. I think they got lost on the course, though. I think that's what's happened here. Well, that's unfortunate, friends. Yeah, one of the commanders just said in chat, you guys went the wrong way. They did indeed. So I guess we'll just wait at the finish line. This is like what it's like being at a race in real life, where you just sit in a stand in the cold with your aching feet, waiting and waiting and waiting, and then eventually some cars drive past, and then that's it. And then you just stand and you wait and you wait and you wait. I honestly can't think of a more boring thing to go spectate. Spectating golf is probably more interesting. Spectating cricket is definitely more interesting. I think that's one of the most boring things you can go to watch too. I mean, really. Anyone in chat just... well, you guys probably want to talk about Guild Wars. Current rating, WP. 1,701 is my current rating. It was 1,730 something, but I idiotically left it. That's why you spectate Speedway. What's spectating Speedway mean? Enlighten me. What's more boring, spectating some random guy on the internet playing games? No, I genuinely think watching streams is more interesting than going out to stand in the cold and watch a race. You're wrong and you should feel bad, says Sergeant Fred. Oh, I've tasted my own medicine there and I do not like it. Spectating PvP. Oh. Nobody really bounced back on that. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a sign that there's like just no population? I should see what the... Oh, actually, hold on. This is EU now. Here, look, we can see where we are EU. This is the EU board. So for EU, I'm not top 30 anymore. For EU, I'm all the way down to... I'm not even on the board, EU. Wow. That's a mind blow. I'd be like 141. That is extraordinary. Are you guys seeing that? So what is top 30? What is 33rd or whatever for NA? Is 141 for EU. That's two things to me. First, that's kind of interesting, and second, actually, I sort of also feel like that's still not that big of a difference. What? So there's about 100 people in it? Only 100? Really? Maybe it's not that. I mean, EU's clearly more dominant, but only to the tune of 100 individuals, 100 accounts. What's that? That's a drop in the bucket, right? There's nothing. So, I don't know. That's kind of interesting. If I'd seen here that I wasn't even on the board anymore, I think I would have quite liked to see that. But I wonder if that means it's easier for me to climb on EU because there's more people with a higher rating, thus more points to go around. I don't know. Benji says there's also probably a lot of people who haven't done 90 games. That's also true, but because we can't quantify them, I've just sort of culled them out of the door. StarCraft is the only watchable esport, and you need a good commentator. So what are the NA players playing then? What do you mean? What are they playing? What is number 1 NA? Oh, that's a good question. Definitely not this high. Nowhere near 1,900. Definitely not. I reckon they're probably not even top 10. Or maybe they're around here. Maybe they're around top 8. Can't remember. Smash Bros is a really entertaining esport. Yeah, I think that's probably fair. Smitsky said that's not nothing. You need the right frame of reference. 100 more on a number of 30 is a lot. 100 more on a number of 1,000,000 is nothing. Yeah, what I was trying to say is that my comments about it being nothing was in terms of just like as a scene in general. It's the same in League and most competitive games. First is always Korea and Asia, then long nothing, Europe, then long nothing again, and US. Does anyone want to dispute that? I don't know, because I feel like we're skirting the territory of EU versus NA here, but not in the kind of usual let's have a wank and joke Twitch style, but an actual discussion on, hey, North America, how do you feel about being inferior, legitimately, intellectually inferior when it comes to playing your esports? Which is not a conversation I think I really want to go in. It is interesting, though. Do you have any ideas on where to find the last missing piece for the Coalescence collection? Several people have asked me that now. I don't know. I like the idea that it's on his stand somewhere. Until I do more of it, I couldn't tell you. I was actually thinking that could be a stream. Has anyone done much of the collection? I've started it, but I haven't done anything further. Is it expensive? I think that could be a fun stream, so maybe something we could do this weekend. For people that don't know, there's a new legendary ring in the game. Alright, well, so after this round, they're going to have the finals. So this has actually been a tournament style, by the way. So the winners have been going through to other brackets. I'm really, really impressed. Good job to the GMs, the event helpers. If you guys want to step up and do this kind of stuff in Spud, please do feel free. I'm really happy we were actually able to stream this one. So they've done a proper tournament. So this is the last round here. People are talking about pressure and stuff in chat. Any ETA on this next Super Q&A? Wednesday, probably Wednesday. You genuinely think NA players have just moved on to other games? Yeah, I think, if I'm honest, I think if there is a difference, it's certainly not a genetic thing, I don't think. It will be a cultural thing. And I think that if NA is usually predisposed on the average to being a bit worse at esports and stuff, I think it's probably because of a culture of swapping games a lot, and just the way that Americans function as consumers in their society and how encouraged people are to buy new games and try new games and constantly be looking for the next console and constantly looking for the next thing. While in other territories, I think people can be a bit more sticky with games, a bit more frugal with their money and their spending habits and stuff like that. I think that if there is a difference, it goes to that. And I think that's where America can sort of get dragged down a bit, because people move on very quickly because of sort of the culture of spending that you have over there. That would be my guess. Not that I really have any idea. No, man, I'm not saying anyone is less intelligent or nothing. I mean, look at League Esports or StarCraft, the most popular one. Pattern's the same. I didn't want to insult anyone. I don't think anyone is insulted. I wouldn't worry. Elu Monkey says, great job, GMs. Yeah, I agree. All right, here we go. Final round. Ready? I'm going to try and keep up with them here. Ooh. All right, and they're off. Okay, go, 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 go. So place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets. Is it going to be the spiral, the arrow, the square, the heart, the circle, or the star? We're here at the Lost Precipice Raceway. I really don't know what I could talk about here. The grand final. These are the most hardened, tested racers for this circuit that the world has ever seen. This is a world first you're looking at here. Why? Because no one has ever ran this course before. Why? Because we made it for you. Right here, right now. The races are currently obscured beneath the dome of the arena. And out they come, rocketing through the straights here. They're going to be wanting to pay attention to staying on the water as much as they can. The temptation to bank on the inside and cut that corner early might be punishing on losing that skimmer speed debuff. Here we're going to see some split in the road here as some people go for the trees. Actually, I think that's not a split. I think everybody's just going through the trees. Mushroom Valley and the Spooky Ruins are the next big location that they'll be working through. Unfortunately, we don't have any cameras set up down there, so we're just going to skip along. Oh, actually, I believe I'm skipping a huge number here that I shouldn't have. Let's see if they're going to get lost. Sorry, technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Hang in there. We're currently getting our helicopter going. So we should see the racers come down through Spookyville here soon enough. And remember, have in mind, who do you want to win? Only one can come away as the victor. They didn't already run this part of the course, did they? I hope they didn't. Where else is everyone? They're like well up north. Was there a diversion? Is there like a new... Is there a new part of the track here? I'm just furiously... This is a bit like PvP as well. We're just furiously watching the mini-map because we've got nothing else to go on to indicate whether this was any good. Alright, let's go like this. I forgot about the special action as well. Don't cringe too hard, guys. Alright, here we go. So they're coming down. I don't actually know how far. So who's going to be in the lead here? Who's going to be the lead? 50 copper to the person who correctly predicted it. But we're looking at Arrow. Arrow way ahead with the circle. Now, I'll remind you guys that these are the proest of pros that we have. They've ran this course many times. Fatigue is obviously a big thing in these long endurance races. We'll hope that the team supporting them have got their stuff in time. They're moving on to the themed Winter's Day section, which is very fitting, as we all know Winter's Day is currently going along. Furious first versus second here. There is big money to play for. There's the finish line. It looks like Arrow's going to win, and Arrow takes it with Circle. Coming in second place. Now, the rest of the races seem to have really struggled, but here's Spiral coming through. Not too embarrassing. That's a cheeky little bronze. At least you get a trophy. Now, here's these pathetic sons of bitches coming up in the rear. They don't even have markers on them. Wait, hold on. Yeah, there's 3 people here. So, here we go. Square. Oh, it's such a hard fight there. Oh, that's a photo finish. Someone will have to go watch the VOD of this and photo finish that right there. I don't actually know who came in 4th versus 5th there. The proest of pros. There you go. That was really cool. I really like the course and everything, actually. What a cool... I like little ideas for events like this. This is good. Beauty. We're going to have some kind of trophy ceremony, maybe? This is real esports. Yeah, I said that you know, this is a verified PvP pro. What kind of PvP did you guys think this stream was going to be? The commentator sounds like a douche. Oh, man. You're so picky, Twitch chat. Such a heart fight. So what do people think of the Game Awards? I did hear, it wasn't on the stream we talked about this, but I did hear that Guild Wars 2 got, like, best updated MMO, right? Or something. Yeah, Big White Shogun says, I don't like Game Awards because they're basically just a paid advertisement. I mean, I think you're going to get a bit of that. But I do want to see the industry develop to a point where there is, you know, an actually reputable setup for offering rewards. I think currently all of the different various reviewers and sites and stuff that do it, that, I don't know, no one really has enough integrity to have our own Oscars, if you will, or whatever. And I mean, the Oscars are always heavily criticized too. Like, yeah, Divinity Original Sin 2, yeah, Game of the Year. Game Awards, Force and Omega. That's a crazy emote right there. You were hoping for co-op commentating with Jebro? Listen, Jebro's a good guy, alright? And I have no doubt that he spent a lot of time playing Guild Wars 2. And, you know, he probably knows a thing or two. But let's be real. He's got nothing on this arena. You put a guy like that in trying to commentate on races and the race format and, you know, the meta that we have here and the various strats and, you know, compositions that you'll find. The way that players mind meld with their skimmers, he can't keep up. There's too much to say. He can't wrap that information out fast enough. And he can't give it to you in a way that would make it understandable to the casual and new viewer. So, so you're never going to see me do a co-op commentary for this area of Endgame, just because I don't think he's up to it. Can I show the track? Yeah, I kind of want to. Here we go. Let's go. All right, I think it's this way. I'm skipping a bit. The start's there. The starting line's there. They delete the thing, and away you go. And we're off. So look, you get an eel. Oh, I see, actually. Look, this is actually a snake that's in the water. Oh, and it's another one. I didn't even realize that that's what was going on. Or a serpent, I should say. I love this. This can, like, impregnate me. This is awesome. Look at that. Looks so good. I love the colors and everything. You're usually upset because it's only about big games, the big guys. Maybe I'm salty, but I think we had plenty of amazing indie titles this year and not a single one of them mentioned here. Yeah, it is an unfortunate thing. It reminds me a lot of, you know, when you get a Reddit thread where someone's like, post your most underappreciated music track of 2017. Post your most little known YouTuber. Post your most, you know, any of these. But it's Reddit. And it's based on upvotes. So you're never, ever, ever going to get the answer to that question. And when it comes to award shows that try and do things, you know, by numbers and play things safe by the book like that, it's the same situation, basically, right? You don't actually find anything new. People say, oh, this is a new X, Y, or Z, but it's actually, you know, well established. I don't know. Oh, it's supposed to be the Loch Ness Monster and not a snake. Okay. Guild Wars 2 Spud Club Skimmer Race Esport. I mean, I really do believe that if this had been in Guild Wars 2 in 2012, we would have been bigger than WoW. I mean, look at the quality on this racetrack. But the devs didn't do it. They didn't add it. And even today in 2K17, it was the players that had to add this amazing content to the game. The devs still... I'm going to do the check. I think this is the shortcut here. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Oh, this is like some Croc 2 racing right here. This is good. Alright, and now up here as well. This was a checkpoint as well. Why would... But here's the thing. I'm so much more led to the left path. I get that it's a dexterity check, but I feel like it should be hidden and a dexterity check. You can fall in the cauldrons. That's really cool. Okay. To be honest, in Guild Wars 2, Snake is more likely than the Loch Ness Monster. It makes sense. Yeah, but I mean, people draw penises and stuff constantly in guild halls, and they're not officially supported by the law, while quite clearly still being, you know, the male piece. So maybe old Nessie can get by as well by the same rules. You'd say the industry is focusing a lot. I think certainly more in the past. Well, maybe it's just because I sort of am more clued in these days, but I feel like indie gaming had a big boom around 2010, a little bit earlier. I mean, and they say that they kind of did, right? Braid and stuff. Triggering it all. And there were categories where there. So I love this, by the way. I really do love this. I guess I'll look up how to scribe this, and it might be what we talk about tomorrow. So, like, the other thing as well, right, is you can actually go inside it, yeah? And, I mean, what could you do with a light here? This light, this is such an interesting decoration. And when I say interesting, I just mean fucking awesome. Like, honestly, how cool is this? It's really interesting light stuff. Could be used for structures. Apparently it's cheap, too. Building blocks, maybe? Do you think we're finally at the point where we could build a fort? Or a fortress? I mean, because the presents are just that big. WB's hitting the eggnog. No, I'm just deliriously tired, that's all. So if male humans in Guild Wars 2 don't have a penis, does that mean that all characters are actually created and not born? Yeah, I mean, it's the gods. So you can actually do that in fantasy RPGs. You could literally have religions in your fantasy RPGs that genuinely, like, all form of physical contact or skin exposure, all form, in all settings, is wrong and evil and not allowed. And yet the species can continue to reproduce because, you know, the gods allow it to be so. That could be a really interesting dynamic, right? You have to basically, through piousness is the only way to reproduce. That'd be really, really interesting to see how a culture like that would develop. I've never experienced something like that in someone's fantasy work, but there you go. Did you notice the reference to you by the raid team yesterday in guild chat? No, I didn't, because I haven't watched it. Was there a reference to me? I always get a bit scared of references to me when they do it. I mean, I get very flattered and feel very blessed, and I'm very happy, but oh yeah, it does always worry me a little bit. What did they say? What did they say, Insomniatic? I'd love to hear. Someone typed something to me in French and said friends list, so thanks to whoever that was. Do we want to do another bonus race with, like, the entire squad all at once? Maybe? To the commanders, because we got all these people. What about just, like, an epic, long, massive race? What do we think? And then maybe we can give everyone icons or something? I wonder if there's like a game you could play where you have like 20 people with stars, 20 people with arrows, 20 people with squares, and you hide them all over the guild hall, and you throw them all in a maze, and the objective is to get all the squares together, all the stars together, all the arrows together, and you got like and the judge is like watching top down, like looking at it, and the first team to get everyone back together wins. So it's like what are those creatures called that band together? Anyway, you get what I mean. It'd be a weird game. And I'm imagining it like one of those big Plinko machines, you know, where there's the thing is fed by gravity as it falls and bounces down and around. No, not Pocket Raptors. I'm talking about real world. Did he just imply all characters are humans? Because, mate, every single one of my little Asura has a big, huge ... intellect. No, everyone is a Barbie and Ken doll in this game. Everyone. Guild Wars 2 humans come about via parthenogenesis. Well, there you go. It basically was just a dev saying that you would back them up on some lore development regarding Doom. Oh, really? So what, someone was questioning one of the directions they went in? I haven't beaten him yet, and I don't know whether there's a cutscene and stuff at the end. Please don't tell me that either, guys, in chat. I'd like to see. I just want to try and have as raw as an experience as possible. I will say the story so far, and I don't take anything I'm saying seriously here because, you know, until I've beaten it, I really don't feel like it would be fair to pass any kind of judgment. We've got to go to a new instance. It feels very light on the ground. Very, very, very light on the ground. One thing I'm interested, if there's anyone who's good at the raid and has done it a lot, I wonder if the devs are trying to do something. Now, in Guild Wars 1, the Underworld was several different quests, and you would split your 8-man party 8 ways all at once to do them all at once, and that was like the most efficient way of beating it. Now, this new raid has an encounter that is itself 3 separate different things that are all quite easy. I wonder if the devs specifically set that up so that meta/good groups can do all 3 statues in tandem at once. Do you get what I mean? I wonder if the devs did that on purpose as a callback to that Guild Wars 1 Underworld experience of splitting, which was something I love. And the thought that the best way of doing Underworld and Guild Wars 2 raids is a similar thing because they built it to be so is so juicy to me. But I don't know how viable it is because I've only done the statue stuff. I've done very little of the statue thing, so. What are your thoughts on the idea? And again, if anyone's done it in chat and wants to chime in, I'd love to hear. What are your thoughts on the idea of putting the Gift of Battle as a PvP reward track? I feel like it's wishful thinking, but I really think it'd be a good idea since World vs. World players hate that people like me go into their game type just for that one item. I think your logic for it is poor. I think that World vs. Worlders that don't like new people going to their game type are killing their own game type. I think it's the most idiotic, self-cannibalistic thing that a player can think or feel or say and express. I think if new people are going to World vs. World, that's a good thing. Like, talk about chopping off your nose to spite your face. It's just these people don't look very long-term to the game. However, the idea of just sort of spreading them out, yeah, I think generally, like, ArenaNet need to shit or get off the pot when it comes to legendaries. Are legendaries earnable for any kind of player anywhere, or are legendaries forcing us to be good at every aspect of the game? I like the idea of a legendary forces you to be good at every aspect of the game. It's like if Guild Wars 2 released today with all the formats it currently has, I reckon to get a legendary, you should need like gold in a league in PvP. You should need an item that for winning a tournament or for just trying a tournament in PvP. You should need 100 fractals. You should need something from World vs. World. You should need all of these things, right? That's what I think. But if they're not going to go in that direction and you should just be able to get everything everywhere, then do that. Shit or get off the pot, you know. Yeah, I'm mostly going to... Well, I've got tons of gift battle now. But yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good incentive for people. Now we need Spud 2 guild level up before missions. Yeah, I can totally do that. If we're not going to have the whole group race, I can go do that now, I guess. Alright. Okay, let's go do that. So, we're going to nip to the other guild hall, and we'll upgrade it, as we do each weekend. I actually think last weekend we might have forgotten. How did you like the new design of Doom? Community seems to be split in half, those who like it and those who didn't like it. Personally, I don't like it looking like a big spiky WoW boss. I don't really care, to be honest. Some of you guys might think, oh, how can that be? Doom was so cool. He was cool, but, like, what's cool to me about Doom is, like, the story of what happened to him and who he was and, like, the circumstance of the gameplay in his release and all of that. That was what was cool about Doom. I didn't really care about the big scythe green guy. I mean, it was a cool-looking character. I think this guy's the new version of him is a cool-looking character in his own right as well. I don't really get too hung up on that kind of stuff very much, you know. It's probably why my fashion wars is so bad. It looks alright. And, you know, maybe it's good to, from purely a pragmatic standpoint, maybe it's good to make him look like a World of Warcraft boss. Just so that world WoW players think, oh my god, I want to get back into that. Oh my god, raiding in a casual MMO, I'm gonna totally do it. You know, if that's what the devs are going for, then maybe it's a good idea.
I have information you're going to want to hear.
I wonder how I missed the entrance to the hall. So, oh, I didn't. Shit, I was right there. I'm an idiot. What was the other thing? Somebody else left a big message. Well, this is world are a sarcastic bunch. Just need to ignore most of the things we say, and it's golden. Well, far be it from me to judge someone for sarcasm. This just feels so out of the way. Maybe it's because I'm doing it on the skimmer, and the skimmer's like slower than the other mounts. Yeah, we need like a coffee emote, we need like a nerdy emote, and we need maybe a couple of other emotes as well. Right, I'm gonna actually have to rep Spud Club 2 as well. It's tough to be sarcastic in text form. That's why Kappa exists. Right? It's basically Twitch's version of typing /s. You have sarcasm OCE. Obsessive compulsive... No, disorder. What's OCE? What should we upgrade? If anyone has a very specific request for Spud 2, whisper it to me now, because otherwise I'm just going to grab something at random. This is not a stab at you, but it looks like the first time in forever your mail is empty. Yeah, because I emptied it just before the stream. It's also not empty, it's just I've read all of them. I still have that mail from that guy who sent me 20 gold, or sent the guild 20 gold, but I can't do anything with it. Because return to sender doesn't work. Gathering boost. Oh, don't worry about the gathering boost. Poor WP, no Christmas mail. That's actually true. I don't have any Christmas mail. It's not Christmas anyway, but... Look, I had that lovely donation from Lily earlier. I think that's enough. Oh, sorry. Sorry, you want me to act... You want me to get the gathering boosters to upgrade?
Busy job.
Do you know what? I think I'll just keep going the market, because we've been doing the market quite a lot lately. Oh, no. Alright, so the market's done now. Market's actually finished. Let me come up over here. Any movie to recommend? Yeah, I'm trying to get my girlfriend to watch John Wick with me. I really like the John Wick movies, and I've been thinking about those a bit lately. Alright, so gathering boost. Upgrades. Gathering? Well, it's none of those. The arena guy? I don't want to do the arena just yet, because that's a big thing. That affects the hall in quite a substantial way. Let's just do... Can't do Guild Hall Swiftness. Here we go. Guild Experience banner. There you go. Voila! We got a Guild XP banner. And we can get a Karma banner as well while we're at it. So lots of stuff. Crossed schematics to manufacture guild banners that offer allies 5% boost. So there you go. We're now out of Ethereum again. Got a ton of favor. So much favor. And tomorrow I'll probably go again, actually, because we feel we'll probably have Ethereum comfortably filled up, and maybe I'll do another mine upgrade so that it starts rolling even quicker. At worst, if people remind me in chat, I'll come back on Monday, and on Monday we'll definitely have enough Ethereum to do some other stuff. And so that way we'll get the double upgrade instead of just one. You think it's the scribing guy? Sorry, I'll get... Well, we can do that on Monday as well if we need to. don't get oversold on John Wick, Lexi. It's just like it's a very good brainless sort of action movie. If you want to watch an action movie, then you can watch it. What I think it's genius for is it twists some of your expectations on the head, but mostly I love the way that it hints at a deeper mythology and world, in a very natural way. Like just like the second movie introduces like just this MacGuffin, like it's just a coin, right? But it becomes such a big facet of the whole story, and you get so invested in the location of the Continental as much as anything else, right? And how these people came to be. And it just, I mean, I've talked about it more than enough. All right. Well, so, oh, there was another movie as well that I was sad to see people ragging on that I really like. I really like The Martian. I thought The Martian was a great movie. I really did. But I mostly see people being negative about it these days, and I don't know why, because I thought it was really good. You love unpredictable movies where you're sure you know how it goes and then you seem like a fool after? This is not a twist movie. It's not a thriller. So if that's what you really care about, don't look for that in this movie. It's one of those movies, I think if you go into it with the wrong expectation, it will suck. But if you go into it with the right expectation, you'll really like it. And the best way to have the right expectation is just to not overthink it or look it up or be oversold on it. Just watch it. Just watch the movie. Yeah, I'm glad somebody agrees that The Martian's amazing. All right, well, guys, there's been a lot of streams in a row where I haven't advertised or done anything like that. But my plan is tomorrow to do more judging, but also to get Winter's Day. I'm actually going to swap accounts now. Get a Winter's Day video out for you all and talk about these decorations and some of the new areas. There's Winter's Day races and things. That will probably feature prominently on tomorrow's stream. The other thing I want to do is get the new legendary ring and talk about the mystery of that. That could be a great video too. There's all these great videos and covering a triple release at the same time as the competition thing has been a bit tricksy. There you go. So we will get what we can out, and thanks very much for watching, everyone. That's basically the stream for today. Just a nice little cool thing. Thanks very much to the Spuds for the race. If you guys want to be a part of our community, please do feel free to go to the Discord, which there's a link in chat right now that you can click. Yeah, already. You've got no idea how exhausted I am, so I'm gonna basically be bailing here. You can check out the Discord. Also, there's Merciless I'd like to get back to. Also, I kind of do want to do one Death Pass on EU and compete there. And yeah, apparently there'll be a screenshot over there, a group picture of the race and stuff. So that might be really fun to have a look at. Will I be streaming next weekend? Absolutely, yeah. Wait, why wouldn't I be? Oh, it's that Christmas thing, isn't it? Let me see. Saturday is the 23rd. Sunday is the 24th. Monday is the 25th. Okay. Saturday, yes, I will be streaming. So that's the Christmas Eve. I will be streaming. That's fine. And we will go a bit longer because Christmas Eve, the 24th, Sunday, I will probably not because I think I'm going to the theatre. So I think on that day I will be predisposed, but I might also just come anyway. I might just find a different hour. If I do stream on that day, it probably just won't be at the regular time, and I might be a bit drunk. I don't know. We'll see. And then Christmas Day, if I find some downtime on Christmas Day, I'll definitely do that. That'll be Monday. Anyway, that's a while away. So yeah, thanks very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed. It's been very chill and very relaxed. And I hope to see you all very shortly. See you next time, everybody.